Thank you for taking the opportunity to be with us today. I'm glad to be joined here today by our Attorney General Mike DeWine and also President Faber as we announce a bill that we'll be introducing in both chambers of the House, both the Senate and the House, regarding some actions going forward to some of the issues regarding the two commissions that have been placed forward. One, I want to take the opportunity to really thank Governor Kasich for taking up charge and lead on this issue and making his commission go forward, as well as Attorney General DeWine in this case. So I want to take the opportunity to introduce over to you my good friend, President Faber, and also after that we'll turn it over to Attorney General DeWine.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to start out by commending the Attorney General and the Governor and their efforts to promote this issue. The report could not have come at a more significant time, and they brought us some interesting and, in some cases, troubling data to consider. Our responsibility from here is to determine how the legislature should respond. We share the same goal, and that's simply to make our communities make sure they have the best and most capable safety forces in the nation. Make no mistake, our men and women who serve us as law enforcement in this state, by and large, are excellent and do a great job. What we want to do is raise the bar. And that starts with the qualifications and training. Ohio should not be trailing West Virginia, Kentucky, and many other states. The Attorney General's report suggests that we have some improvements to consider in order to ensure that our officers have the best possible training we can provide. And the Speaker has taken a great step along with the House, and the Senate looks forward to working with them as partners on this and anticipate having joint co-sponsors. I am here on behalf of my colleagues in the Senate to say that we are equally committed to addressing these reports and look forward to working on doing that. Mr. Attorney General?
Let me just take opportunity once. So our two bill sponsors in this case, one, of course, is Nathan Manning. Nathan is has been a city prosecutor, and Representative Derickson, who currently serves on the chairman of our Community Family Advancement Committee, where this bill will go under the Minority Affairs Subcommittee. He also has served on the Governor's Task Force, and so equally we have a unique perspective to this and offer great insight to this. So I'll turn it over to Representative Derickson and Representative Manning.
Thank you, Speaker. President, it is a pleasure to be able to participate this morning, and I do thank Attorney General DeWine and Governor Kasich for addressing, by creating the task force that they did, a forum, a time and a place for a very sensitive subject in our state. Having traveled the state over the past months as a member of the Governor's Community and Police Relations Task Force, the need to address the basic training process for peace officers is timely, recognizing this training reflects the building blocks of our officers' professional career. Currently, the Ohio Attorney General requires 605 hours of basic instruction for newly appointed officers. This threshold is set by the Attorney General just under the maximum hours required under Ohio administrative rule, which is currently set at 650 hours of training. This legislation will only eliminate the cap, or maximum number of hours currently found in rules for basic training. The number of hours required annually for continued education for active officers is limited to 4. However, the Commission can increase the required number of hours spent training to 24. This bill that we're introducing today does not address continuing education. As a reference, Kentucky requires 40 continued education hours spent annually, while Indiana requires 24. These brave men and women put their lives on the line to protect and serve our communities every day, often without praise or recognition. We must ensure training allows them to be comfortable in the field and prepared for situations they may encounter in the course of their duty. And I'd like to call up my co-sponsor, Senator Manning, to discuss the rest of the bill.
Thank you, Representative Derickson. First and foremost, I want to thank all these great people behind me. Telling me to work on this great legislation with them. I think it will really make Ohio a safer state. The aspect of the bill I'm going to talk about is pretty straightforward and common sense legislation. Currently in Ohio, it's not a requirement to have a high school diploma or a GED equivalent. So this bill will make that a requirement for any applicants. This does not mean the majority of applicants or police officers don't have a high school diploma or equivalent. But we are only, as you can see on one of the charts, we're one of only 3 states in the whole country that doesn't have this requirement so far. I had a great honor to work as the city prosecutor for the city of North Ridgeville before becoming state representative. We were ranked as one of the safest cities in America and one of the safest, top 10 safest cities in Ohio. And as the prosecutor, I'd love to take full credit for that, but all the credit goes to the police officers. They're very well trained. They already have the requirement to have a high school education and, or GED equivalent. And I think, you know, the goal of this legislation is really just to make sure that all Iowans